Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Parkinson's Voice Group evening exercises. Thanks for joining us. We're always excited to have viewers and people participating. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. As usual, a quick overview of our plan for this session is vocal warm-ups, reading exercises, cognitive exercises, and then a cool down. Also, a little reminder about speaking with intent. So some things that we can do to make sure we are increasing our voice level are by taking a deep, big breath before beginning to speak, using your abdomen muscles to help force out air from your lungs, maintaining good posture, which means sitting up nice and straight, legs uncrossed, feet flat on the ground, shoulders rolled back. Get ready to go. And then making sure to open your mouth when speaking. All right, well, with that, let's warm up. So the exercise we have to start us off is the may, me, my, mo, moo. So this is probably a familiar one to most people, but for this one, we're going to drag out each word to connect it to the next. So it will sound something like this. May, me, my, mo, moo. We also want to make sure that we are targeting that 75 to 80 decibel intensity. So that's the loudness that we're going for. And so for this exercise, we will do them each 5 times, and I'll count them off for you all. So let's go ahead and get started. So for the first round of this exercise, ready, set, go. Great work, everyone. For the second round, ready, set, go. Wonderful. For the third round, ready, set, go. Great. Take a breath and get ready. For the fourth round, ready, set, go. Wonderful job. And the very last round of this exercise, ready, set, go. Wonderful. That concludes this exercise. Up next, we have the sustained ah for 10 seconds. We're also going to do this exercise 5 times, and we want to make sure to be nice and loud and use intent. Again, shooting for that 75 to 80 decibel loudness. Another thing to think about for this exercise is that we want to hold out that ah in our speaking voice instead of in our singing voice up really high like this. Ah. So we want to be down lower. So it should sound like this. Ah. So a nice loud, strong ah for 10 seconds. For this first round, take a deep breath. Ready, set, go. Great work. All right, for round number 2, Ready, set, go. Round number 3. Ready, set, go. Round number 4. Ready, set, go. Wonderful. For the last round, number 5, take a breath and get ready. Ready, set, go. Great work, everyone. So that's everything for that exercise. Up next, we have the low to high glide, and then back from high to low. So it should sound like this. Ah. Pause, take a breath, and then get ready to go back down. Ah. So for this exercise, we want to try to glide up and then back down from low to high, nice and smooth. And we also want to remember to stay loud and use intent. So we will repeat this exercise 5 times. Also, don't forget when you go from low to high, pause, take a breath, and then come back down from high to low. All right, for this first round, ready, set, go. Good. Round number 2, ready, set, go. Round number 3, ready, set, go. Round number 4, ready, set, go. Round number 5, last one. So let's make it really good. Take a breath. Ready, set, go. Wonderful work, everyone. So that concludes the warm-up section of today. Next, we have functional phrases. So we will go through this list 2 times, saying each phrase twice total. And so something to focus on here is making sure that when the sentence is a question, such as the first one, how was your weekend? We want to make sure to have that upward intonation at the end, so listeners who don't know what you're going to be saying know that it was a question. So let's start out with this first one. It should sound like this, nice and intentful on every single word. How was your weekend? Ready, set, go. Next we have stay hydrated. Ready, set, go. Next we have boy, it's hot. Ready, set, go. Up next, there's not a cloud in the sky. Ready, set, go. We have let's find some shade. Ready, set, go. Lastly, do you have the key? Ready, set, go. Wonderful work, everyone. Take a breath, take a quick break, and then we'll get started back up at the top of this list with how was your weekend? So it will sound like this. How was your weekend? Ready, set, go. Next up is stay hydrated. Ready, set, go. Next we have, boy, it's hot. Ready, set, go. Next one is, there's not a cloud in the sky. Ready, set, go. Next we have, let's find some shade. Ready, set, go. And lastly we have, do you have the key? Ready, set, go. All right, wonderful job, everyone. Moving on to the next section, we have counting. So for this exercise, we will do each row 2 times in a row. So for example, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. So we want to make sure and hold out each number, dragging it into the next. And then repeating again each row. All right, so for this first row, again, I'll demonstrate. It will sound like this. We want to hold it out nice and long, and I don't think I did that on my first example. So it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3. So nice and stretched out. All right, everyone, let's start at the top. Ready, set, go. Again. Great work. All right, down to the next line, we have 4, 5, 6. Again. 4, 5, 6. Ready, set, go. Again. Good. Now down to the next row, the third row. It'll sound like this. 7, 8, 9. Again. 7, 8, 9. Ready, set, go. Again. Wonderful. All right, down to the last row, it will sound like this. 10, 11, 12. Again. 10, 11, 12. Ready, set, go. Again. Wonderful work, everyone. All right, you guys have been working hard. Let's go ahead and take a water break. It's super important to stay hydrated, especially when we're doing so much intense speaking. So pause this video if you need to, grab a sip of water, and come on back. So for this next section, after you've taken your drink, we have reading. So for this exercise, we want to make sure, as always, that we're using intent. We want to strive for that 75 to 80 decibel loudness. On each word also, we want to make sure that we're using intent. So give each word a little punch of strength and loudness. Okay, so for this first reading, I will read this whole slide and then count you guys off for you to go as well. So for this reading, it will sound something like this. The king of spades, he kissed the maids, which vexed the queen full sore. The queen of spades, she beat those maids and turned the out of door. All right, so go ahead and repeat this reading. Ready, set, go. Great work, everyone. All right, on to the next section of this reading. It will sound like this. The knave of spades grieved for these jades and did them for implore. The queen so gent she did relent and vowed she ne'er strike more. Ready, set, go. Good. Up next, it will sound like this. The kings of clubs he often drubs, his loving queen and wife. The queen of clubs returns his snubs, and all is noise and strife. Ready, set, go. Great job. Last section. It will sound like this. The knave of clubs give winks and rubs and swear he'll take no parts. For when our kings will do such things, they should be made to smart. All right, everyone. Last time through. Ready, set, go. All right, well, that wraps up our reading section. Great work, everyone. Moving on, we have the cognitive. And continuing from this morning session, we are still, from yesterday or this morning. I'm getting my days mixed up, But either way, continuing on as we have done before, we will name 5 of the items below. So this category is yard tools. So pause this video real fast, take a break, grab a pen and some paper, and come on back and jot down 5 yard tools. And then we'll come back and share and compare notes. All right, feel free to pause this video if you need a bit more time to think, but I'll share the ones that I came up with. So I thought of lawnmower, weed whacker, hedge trimmers, rake, and shovel. So now I want each of you to read off your list, each word with intent. Ready, set, go. Great work, everyone. Thanks for sharing and using intent. We've got another one for us. Next up, name 5 baby supplies. So anything you can think of, go ahead, jot them down, pause this video if you need more time, and then we'll come back together and compare notes. Okay, so for the ones that I have, I came up with bottles, formula, a rattle, diapers, and a crib. So now I would love to hear your 5 items. So read off each one with intent. Ready, set, go. Great work, everyone. All right, next I have things made with fabric. So jot 5 things made with fabric down on your piece of paper, and then we'll compare. All right, so for me, I came up with blankets, seat cushions, t-shirts, socks, and flags. Now each of you go ahead, read off your list of things made with fabric, and make sure that even when you're reading for the cognitive exercises or in just general conversation, we want to shoot for that 75 to 80 range of decibels. So still, we want to use intent and speak with a nice, strong voice. Ready, set, go. Perfect, everyone. Our next category is things that are striped. So this is a bit more abstract. It can be anything that you can think of that is normally striped. So jot down a few really quickly, and we'll come back together. So what I had down for this one was candy canes, American flags, house siding, fences, and zebras. You can probably tell I was outside when I came up with my things that were striped, with the siding and fences and flags. So now you all go ahead and share with me what your list of items are. Ready, set, go. Great work. Thank you for sharing. And then the last category I have for you has been something on my mind recently. Things that keep you cool. Oh, I know it's been so toasty out lately, so I've been coming up with lots of creative ways to keep cool. So you guys take a moment, write down your favorite ways to keep cool in these hot summer days, and we'll come back and share. So for me, things that I have been either missing or enjoying to stay cold are ice water, pools, which I wish were open, air conditioners, a cool breeze, and popsicles. So now all of you go ahead and share your 5 items. Ready, set, go. Great work, everyone. That's our last cognitive exercise. And now we're on to the cool down. So for this, we have our loud ahs for 5 seconds. We're going to do that one time. So it should sound, excuse me, it should sound like this. Ah. So just as before, we want to hold out that ah in our speaking voice, down nice and low instead of our singing voice. Nice and strong for 5 seconds. All right, your guys' turn. Ready, set, go. Great work, that's 5 seconds. Okay, for this last one, we are going to hold out a loud ah for as long as we can. And we'll repeat this one 2 times. So for this one, I will count out, or I'll let you guys know how many seconds you've been holding it for, and you just keep going. If you can't hear me, you are also welcome to time yourself and keep track. We are shooting for about 20 to 25 seconds, which is ideal for speech communication in regular life. That's a great goal to help with that. So we'll go ahead and it will sound again something like this. I'll do mine a little bit shorter, but this is what we're looking for. Ah. So a nice strong ah. All right, everyone, get ready. Make sure you've got that really good posture, feet flat on the ground without your legs crossed, shoulders back, nice and sitting up straight, and get ready. Take a breath. Ready, set, go. Ten seconds. 15. 20. 25. 30. Great work. That's super hard work, so take a breath, take a sip if you need, and get ready for our next round. All right, everyone, here we go. Take a deep breath. Ready, set, go. 10 seconds. 15. 20. 25. 30. Great work, and for some of you, I'm sure you can hold it out to 30 seconds, but for this, we are also looking for the quality of voice that we're using, and we want to make sure that we're not compromising, using a weaker kind of wavering voice just to hold it out long. All right. Well, great job, everyone. That concludes today's session. And so thank you so much for coming. As always, please send comments or suggestions, ideas to Lindsay's email, which is listed right here on the slide. Keep up with these videos twice a day, and I'd love to see you back here tomorrow.